What happens when the minimum wage soars to unprecedented heights? What does it mean for businesses, for employees, for you? Let's take a moment to contemplate these questions. What if every worker, regardless of their role or industry, was entitled to a minimum of $20 an hour? It's a hefty sum, no doubt. But what would be the ripple effects of such a policy? Would businesses thrive, with employees having more money to spend? Or would we witness a wave of job losses and closures as companies grapple with the increased costs? And what about the workers themselves? Would they enjoy a higher standard of living? Or would they find themselves replaced by machines? And then there's you. How would your life change if the price of a Big Mac suddenly hit the $20 mark, or if a 40-piece Chicken McNugget meal cost nearly $26? Today, we delve into this critical issue, focusing on real-life examples from businesses you know and love. Consider Pizza Hut, Starbucks, and McDonald's. What do they have in common? They're all grappling with the effects of California's $20 minimum wage. These businesses, once considered the stalwarts of the fast food industry, are now having to make tough decisions to stay afloat. The rapid increase in minimum wage from $15 to $20 within a single year has placed unprecedented pressure on their operations. To understand the magnitude of the challenge, consider the fact that a business like McDonald's employs thousands of workers across its numerous branches. Now multiply their hourly wage by $5. That's the additional cost they're shouldering for every single hour of operation. As a result, these businesses have had to make some tough calls. The most immediate and visible impact has been on their workforce. Job cuts have become an unfortunate reality as businesses try to balance their costs in the face of this wage hike. Thousands of workers have been left in the lurch, their livelihoods disrupted due to these economic pressures. But it's not just the employees who are affected. The businesses themselves are feeling the pinch. They're caught in a tough spot trying to maintain profitability while also ensuring they can continue to offer competitive prices to their customers. And in their bid to survive, these businesses are turning to technology. Automation is becoming increasingly prevalent. McDonald's is considering using Tesla robots, while Wendy's is implementing AI-driven ordering systems. It's a brave new world, where the human touch is rapidly being replaced by the cold efficiency of machines. The question that arises then is, where does this leave the workers? The very people the minimum wage hikes were supposed to protect are now facing an uncertain future. And as if $20 wasn't challenging enough, there's talk of pushing the minimum wage to $50. It's a move that could further exacerbate the challenges faced by businesses and employees alike. But that's a story for another time. The jump from $15 to $20 within a year has sent shockwaves through the industry. Imagine the seismic shift that this rapid increase in the minimum wage has caused. This isn't a gradual change that allows businesses to slowly readjust their strategies and budgets. No. This is a sudden, sharp spike that has left many businesses grappling for solutions, and unfortunately, many have found themselves unable to keep up. It's not just the big chains like Pizza Hut, Starbucks, and McDonald's that are feeling the heat. Smaller, independent restaurants, often running on razor-thin margins, are finding it difficult to stay afloat. Thousands of these establishments have had to close their doors, unable to bear the weight of these increased wage costs. And with these closures come job losses. Thousands of them, affecting individuals who relied on these jobs for their livelihoods. But let's not forget about the employees who are still employed. For them, the situation isn't necessarily any better. With businesses struggling to balance their books, hours are being cut, benefits are being slashed, and job security is a luxury that few can afford. The ripple effect of these decisions goes far beyond the restaurant industry. Suppliers, delivery drivers, farmers, and a host of other interconnected businesses and individuals are also feeling the pinch. A restaurant closure isn't just a loss of a business, it's a disruption of an entire ecosystem. Now, some may argue that these job losses and closures are just part of the inevitable evolution of the industry. They might say that businesses need to adapt or die, that the minimum wage increase is simply accelerating a change that was already on the horizon. But for those on the front lines, those who have lost their jobs or seen their hours cut, this argument provides little comfort. This isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet. This is about people's lives, their ability to put food on their table, to pay their rent, to provide for their families. The consequences of this rapid wage increase are real and they are being felt right now. But businesses are not standing idly by. They're fighting back with technology. Enter the age of robotics and AI. McDonald's considering Tesla robots, Wendy's implementing AI-driven ordering systems. In the face of rising labor costs, businesses are seeking innovative solutions, and technology, as it often does, presents an attractive alternative. We are seeing the dawn of a new era in the fast food industry, where robotics and artificial intelligence are becoming increasingly prevalent. Imagine the scene. It's lunchtime at your local McDonald's. Instead of a bustling team of staff, a Tesla robot efficiently assembles your Big Mac. There's no chance of human error, no sick days, and importantly for the business, no minimum wage. It's a similar story at Wendy's, where AI-driven ordering systems are replacing human cashiers. But why is this happening? Well, it's all about economics. When labor costs rise, businesses look for ways to maintain their profit margins. And if technology can do the job cheaper and more efficiently, it's a no-brainer. This shift towards automation is not just a response to the current wage hike, but a sign of what's to come in an increasingly digitized world. But it's not just about cost-cutting. Automation can also improve consistency and speed, which are crucial in the fast food industry. And let's not forget the potential for 24/7 operation. Machines don't need to sleep, after all. However, this shift has significant implications. While it may be financially beneficial for businesses, it threatens the livelihood of millions of workers. In a world where robots flip burgers and AI takes your order, where do the people fit in? It's a question that needs to be addressed, as the rise of robotics and AI could potentially exacerbate unemployment rates, particularly among low-skilled workers. The move towards automation also raises questions about the quality of service. Can a machine really replicate the human touch? Can an AI system truly understand your order if you want to customize it? This shift towards robotics and AI is a double-edged sword. It presents exciting opportunities for businesses, but also poses significant challenges for the workforce and customer service. But what does all this mean for prices? A Big Mac for over $20? A 40-piece Chicken McNuggets bundle for nearly $26? Welcome to the new reality. The rapid wage increases from $15 to $20 within a year have had far-reaching implications on businesses and consumers alike. And the most notable effect is the blatant inflationary pressure. Take, for instance, McDonald's, a global fast food giant known for its affordability and convenience. The cost of a Big Mac, a staple item on their menu, has soared to over $20. A 40-piece Chicken McNuggets bundle, a family favorite, is now nearly $26. These price hikes are not a result of McDonald's suddenly deciding to become a luxury brand. They are a direct consequence of the minimum wage increase. Here's why. When the minimum wage rises, employers' labor costs go up. To maintain their profit margins, these businesses have a couple of options. They can cut jobs, resort to automation, or pass these additional costs onto the consumers in the form of higher prices. And that's exactly what we see happening. This is not just about the price of a Big Mac or McNuggets. It's about the bigger picture. When businesses raise their prices, it leads to an overall increase in the cost of living. The price of groceries, services, and even rent can go up. This is known as inflation. And here's the kicker. While a higher minimum wage is intended to help low-wage workers, inflation can wipe out these benefits. If the cost of living rises at the same rate as wages, workers are no better off than before. They're simply running on a hamster wheel, with their increased earnings being eaten up by higher prices. As we navigate these uncharted waters, the question remains, what's the real cost of a minimum wage hike? So, what have we learned about the impact of minimum wage hikes on businesses and employees? Well, California's jump from a $15 to a $20 minimum wage in just 1 year has triggered a cascade of consequences. Thousands of jobs have evaporated, and numerous restaurants have shuttered their doors. Businesses faced with mounting labor costs are turning to robotics and artificial intelligence as a potential solution. McDonald's, for instance, is contemplating the use of Tesla robots, while Wendy's has started using AI-driven ordering systems. Moreover, the inflationary pressures that are squeezing both businesses and consumers cannot be ignored. When a Big Mac costs over $20 and a 40-piece Chicken McNuggets bundle nearly $26, we must acknowledge the ripple effects of these wage increases. Yet despite these challenges, there are still voices pushing for a $50 minimum wage. As we ponder these questions, remember, the minimum wage debate is not just about numbers, it's about people, businesses, and the future of our economy.